Hey, old man, give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Wednesday. That's right, it's hump day. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great week so far. Bitcoin is up 1.56% on the daily. Actually, overnight, we fell down below $7,000. You can see right here, we actually wicked down all the way to $6,845 before having a nice bounce back to $7,377. Now, we have put in a bit of a triple top. You can see 1, 2, 3 touches. So the question is this good for Bitcoin? Well, some people are actually calling for a bit of an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and if that does play out, well, could be good for Bitcoin in the short term, but we are going to talk about that. We're going to have a look. We also had some bullish news that came out of South Korea, and no, I'm not talking about the Upbit hack. Why would that be bullish news? But yes, guys, Upbit was hacked. This is exactly why you need to get your cryptocurrencies off of the exchanges. However, there is some speculation that this one might have been an inside job. We're going to talk about that as well. I also want to discuss some backlash that Vitalik got about Ethereum. We're going to go into that a little bit. I want to ask you your opinion on how you feel about that specifically. Also, some fake news about Huobi that you guys got to be careful with all that fake news. And finally, one more crypto scam that might be on the verge of implosion. And we're going to get into all of that today. If that sounds good to you, you know what to do. Also, if you are not subscribed to the Crypto Zombie channel, we do this every single day, even on weekends, even on holidays, and every single Monday is the Ledger Nano X giveaway. All you got to do is drop a comment on literally any video throughout the course of the week, and you are eligible. And one more thing super quick, I want to ask you guys. So yesterday, you could see YouTube was having a bit of a problem. You see my video, this was a screenshot from my phone. It was out for 36 minutes, and it was clearly showing that there were no views. I don't know what's been going on with YouTube. They've been doing a lot of changes in the back end. A lot of people telling me that, they're not getting the updates, and I've seen it because sometimes like the views don't roll in right away. So basically, long story short, guys, turn on the bell notification if you haven't yet. Some people even said YouTube turned it off. It's usually located literally right below where I am if you're on your phone, right by the subscribe button. So just turn the bell notification on. That way you definitely stay up to date. But anyway, guys, that being said, let's have a look at what is going on right here. So Bitcoin dominance, 66.4%, still sitting below the 200 billion overall market cap, but we do have some gainers today. Steam is up 25%, Enigma 20%, Matic Network another 18.5%, Ardor, Solve, Pundix, IOST, Engine, Swipe, Molecular Futures, Zilliqa. So actually some altcoins are doing quite well today. Now hopping over here, having a look at Bitcoin, essentially you will notice that we have sort of started to put in a bit of an uptrend. We did put in a higher low. So this is actually good short term, but you can see we were stomped out at the top right here. Now, sort of having a look at this, a lot of people are referring to this as an inverse head and shoulders. Now, I don't usually play these types of patterns, but having a look at it, you can't deny that we do have the shoulder, and the head. And interestingly enough, if we look at this resistance that was basically from these two wicks, that is essentially what's holding us down. I mean, give or take a couple dollars, that's basically where Bitcoin is sitting right now. So short term, you would want to sort of break this resistance and then get above the $7,375 level that we sort of wicked up to right here. That would definitely be good for Bitcoin short term. Now, one interesting thing that Crypto Loom Dart pointed out was on the 3-day chart, we've actually had 7 consecutive red candles. Bitcoin has never done this before, and he literally said if we have one more red candle, he's quitting. Now, he's not kidding. I noticed this myself. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over here on the 3-day, and literally, if you go anywhere throughout Bitcoin's history, even down to this drop that we had right at the end of November, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that only had 6 red 3-day candles. So, I mean, how many people are really trading on the 3-day? I'm not too sure, guys, but I did just want to point that out. I certainly hope we don't put in another red 3-day candle. That would not be good for Bitcoin, but currently you can see we are still inside of this downwards wedge. If I actually zoom in right here, you can see that Bitcoin is being held down from this sort of center line within in the wedge. You know, there are these different basically trends that Bitcoin hops to different levels, different key resistance and supports, right? But zooming out, having a look, the most important thing, the biggest takeaway, the thing that got me the most excited, not to say like I'm going hardcore super permable, but I was happy to see that we were supported by the legacy trend line right here. You can see we wicked down to it. We were also supported by the downward slope of the bottom of this wedge. And currently we are being held down by this red line, which is the resistance. So there is a possibility we could hang around in this area for a little bit longer, you know, potentially even for the next 2 weeks, you know, not saying that I would want Bitcoin to do this, but we were talking about potentially a very boring, slow, sideways market, right? Maybe even for the next month or so. So that is possible, but I do expect it to have some kind of a major move by December 10th, at least just to get out of this channel upwards, or else, well, unfortunately, we probably are going to, you know, keep going down, guys, keep going down. But honestly, guys, I mean, how much more pain, you know, is Bitcoin going to go through? I mean, do you actually think we're in a bear market? Well, let's go over some quick things really fast, and then we're going to get back into it. So basically, in what has been seen as a big win for crypto, you have the South Korean National Assembly's National Policy Committee has passed a bill that will create a framework that formally clarifies crypto tokens and other virtual currencies as digital assets. So finally, some regulation in the right direction. The bill also sets rules for crypto-related businesses and other virtual currencies as it offers requirements for the operation of such on South Korean soil. And literally, you can't make this up. The same exact day, we have Korean exchange, Upbit, totally got hacked. Approximately 58 billion won, 342,000 ETH were transferred from the Ethereum hot wallet to an unknown wallet. You can see this was essentially confirmed right here by Dovey Wan and by Upbit, but some people are saying this might have been an inside job. You can actually see if you have a look over here, the hacker timed when Upbit was making crypto transfers to its cold wallet, other alts like Tron, etc. Hence, Joseph Young says he thinks the probability of it being an inside job is higher than an external breach or hack. The exchange, Upbit, emphasized that it deemed the 342k ETH transaction to be the only irregular transaction on the ledger, alluding to a number of other large-scale transfers. On top of that, they had transferred some TRX, some BitTorrent as well. So basically, taking Upbit's statement about cold storage transfer at face value, Joseph Young does argue that he does think it was a strong possibility that it was an exchange employee, somebody on the inside that took advantage of the timing of the storage transfers, because who else would know that they were going to be doing a hot wallet transfer at that time, right? I mean, obviously, you don't know, I don't know. How could a hacker have known that? So Upbit did say that they are going to give everyone back their money, so your funds are safe. You will basically get a refund if anything happened, but you know, are they covering up their tracks? I don't know, guys. Could be, possibly. But that being said, how many more exchanges have to get hacked before you guys start putting your cryptocurrencies on a ledger, on a hardware wallet? You need to get them off of the exchanges. If it's not your keys, it is not your coins, okay? That is the beauty of cryptocurrency. This time, we are our own bank. That being said, guys, by the way, just gonna throw this out there. They are doing a 30% off Black Friday deal over at Ledger. So if you guys are interested, now's probably the best time to pick one up. If you guys don't know how to use a Ledger or how to set it up, or you're just interested in how it works, I do have a tutorial for the Ledger Nano X above. You can also Google Ledger Nano S integration if you're curious how to use it on, you know, things like My Crypto or My Ether Wallet. I've also done videos on that as well. And I do have links below if you are interested. But moving on, guys, really quick, side note, I thought this was cool. For anybody that was interested in sort of the history of Bitcoin, where it started, all the different soft forks and hard forks, okay? There's a really nice chart that was made. Over here, essentially, you can see the Bitcoin Genesis, you know, soft fork. Then you have Bitcoin Legacy. Then you have the fork into Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold Snapshot, etc., Bitcoin SV. So if you guys are interested, you can check this out. Now, this is not even fully comprehensive. You have tons of other Bitcoins. You have Bitcoin Diamond. You have Bitcoin, I don't know. There's like 100 different Bitcoins, guys. But that being said, it is going to be the holidays over here in, you know, the U.S. And if you are celebrating the holidays with family, well, you're going to probably have to explain how crypto's going. So what to tell your family about Bitcoin this Thanksgiving. This is from Quartz. So if you guys are interested, I will drop this below. I thought it was pretty cool. How's Bitcoin doing these days? Tell your family the market is bouncing back. Well, technically, you're not lying. On January 1st, Bitcoin was $3,750. So by today's standard, are actually doing quite well. Just don't show them the chart. Might freak them out a bit. Why the sudden drop in prices? Tell them had something to do with China. Do you think Bitcoin would bounce back? Absolutely, most likely. What's going on with Facebook coin? It's a scam. It's a mess. So level with me. Is Bitcoin a good investment? Nobody can determine Bitcoin's value. So just check this out, guys. Pretty cool little cheat sheet if you guys are kind of confused what to say. Also, in a recent newsletter, we had Matty Greenspan. Now, I told you he recently left eToro, and now he has quantum mechanics, right? He basically spoke about Bitcoin's, previous drawdowns. Essentially, he said, looking at Bitcoin's short history, we could see that the average drawdown is approximately 43% and tends to last 122 days. Of course, past performance is not an indication of future results, but just by that data, it would seem that the worst of this retracement might just be behind us, and I certainly think that it is, guys. I mean, we've already fallen from 14K to 6.5K. We've had well over 50% of a retracement. I definitely do think that the worst is behind us. However, we do have a lot of these resistances we're going to need to get above, with the very first one literally being getting above $7,375. So that being said, guys, moving on. If you guys are trading, you guys know I do have links below. And if you are using Bybit, I will drop a tutorial above. But that being said, there was some criticism about Vitalik and Ethereum. And this time it came from Blockstream CEO Adam Beck. Now, he's the inventor of Hashcash proof of work system, later used in Bitcoin's mining algorithm, okay? So he's controversially compared Ethereum with the now defunct biotech startup Theranos. So essentially, you could see Vitalik put out this tweet, and he was just talking about what to expect from, Ethereum 2.0 upgrades. Account abstraction, first-class contract wallets, Casper proof of stake, resource-efficient light clients. Here's the big one right here. Optimistic roll-up, 3,000 plus transactions per second post Istanbul. Now, I know that still doesn't seem like a lot to most of you, but that's a insane improvement from where we're at right now. Non-interactive ZKPs for privacy, scalability. Your staking will be rewarded. Much more TPS post sharding, okay? So that's essentially, what came out. So basically, he was saying, he's comparing it to Theranos. Now, they had several generations of medical testing devices and pushed their engineers extremely hard. The management just went too far in overselling what it could do and misrepresentation about the state of the technology. Uncannily Ethereum-like. What do you guys think about that? Do you think Ethereum is overhyped? Do you think Ethereum is selling a pipe dream? Do you think that it'll never be able to achieve what it says it's able to achieve? And, I'm not trying to cause controversy. I'm asking you guys honestly. I do invest in Ethereum. I hold Ethereum very speculatively. Clearly, but you can see right here, responding to the argument, former Bitcoin core developer Peter Todd extended the lesson of Theranos beyond Ethereum. He said that Theranos was, and I hope I'm saying this right, by the way, was a successful scam because they really were developing new technology. The scam was in lying about what the technology could actually do and covering up failures. So much of blockchain tech does this. He mentioned ETH, T-Chan, Tyrion, Ripple, even Zcash to a degree. So that was some situation going on right now. But, I've noticed that as the prices have gotten lower, as the market has begun to capitulate, it has just gotten very ferocious out there, very tribalistic, a lot more fighting, very toxic, especially on crypto Twitter. My goodness, lately, guys. But this basically happens every time we get down to these levels, once everybody starts, losing money. Although really it's only a paper loss. I mean, if you're holding Bitcoin and your Bitcoin is losing value and you haven't actually sold it, then you really haven't lost anything. You just, the Bitcoin has less value on paper. But for now, come back in a year, right? So also we have some possible fake news alert. Huobi, China offices being investigated by police. This actually has been confirmed. So this is fake news. It was confirmed. I can't remember who it was that confirmed it, but yes, you can check this out. It is fake news moving forward. So also the Plus token scam fleeced some 4 million users of 200,000 Bitcoin. That actually probably had a lot to do with the dump as well. So now there's this other scam called Cloud Token, okay? And, if you come over here and have a look at this, it's basically saying it could be on the verge of collapse. And if that's the case, then what are these guys going to do? Essentially, with all the crypto that they collected, are they going to look to dump it as well? So guys, we will have to keep our eyes on this, but please be careful of all these different type of crypto Ponzi's like the BitConnects out there, etc. So this is the situation. Be careful. And just kind of giving you guys a heads up, there may be another potential dump, okay, of these tokens. Now, it'll probably just be like a flash or something like that, but just in case, this is the situation, so keep your eyes on that. And before we get going, guys, I just wanted to play this. It says, thesis of my Slush HQ keynote. Now, this is from Alex Gladstein. He says, financial freedom and privacy matter for human rights, and Bitcoin gives us a way out of a big brother and surveillance capitalism. Here's the bit on cashless societies. If you like it, watch the 17-minute talk here. By the way, I will drop this below. Do go support Alex Gladstein if you do appreciate this. And I just want to end on this last 1 minute and 20-second video, and I really do hope you guys find some value in this. And like I said, if you do, go watch the whole video. I will drop the link below.
So children being born today will not use paper or metal money. We have to think about what kind of cashless society do you want to live in? Do you want your children to live in? Think about when you buy something from a corner store with cash. The merchant does not know your name, your address, what the last thing you bought, maybe what you're most likely to buy next. And you know what? They didn't need to know any of that. That was fine. But now this is being taken away from us by corporations and governments who insist that for our security, they need to know everything about us. I think this is nonsense, and I think we need to fight back. And thankfully, about a decade ago, some group of people came up with a way out. If you look at the evolution of money from when we used to have a barter system through shells, through precious metals stamped with king's faces on them, to paper money, and now to credit cards and mobile payments, someone created another way to have a money system without a central authority, and that is Bitcoin. We think about the way digital payments work today, and again, all payments will be digital. There's a third party in the middle, whether it's Visa, Venmo, PayPal, WeChat. Someone in the middle can freeze your transaction, confiscate your funds, surveil and spy on you. With Bitcoin, your transaction is completely peer-to-peer. The payment processing is done by a decentralized global competition and not by an entity. This is a revolutionary step in human history.
And I honestly couldn't have said it better myself, and it does make me laugh sometimes when I think about people kicking and screaming, capitulating about the Bitcoin price, all this toxic drama. It just makes me ask the question, do these individuals actually understand the value of Bitcoin, the power of Bitcoin, what Bitcoin actually is, and why it's so important? Because if they did, I don't think that a little measly price pullback, which happens all the time in Bitcoin, is that big of a deal. So that being said, guys, let me know what you think about that below. But personally, I'm not worried. It's just a better opportunity to accumulate, and I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here at the halving. I'll be here after the halving. I'll be here if we go lower. I'll be here if we go higher. And yeah, also, by the way, the fake news guy, it was Livio Wenge. So he was the one that said it. I knew it was somewhere. I had to go follow him. And yeah, basically one thing super quick yesterday. So we were having a look at Matic. We were waiting for Matic to essentially, put in some solid candles above this 0.02 cents level. We did. So yeah, currently Matic is doing quite well today at 0.024 cents. And, after that, we'd really look to try to get above the 0.27 level. But that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You are the reason that I do this every single day. Hope you are having a great week. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Enjoy the holidays. Try not to talk about cryptocurrency too much and freak your family and friends out, but you could drop a little bit of knowledge here and there. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys rock. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.